Hey, what's up? I'm gaming. I'm not actually gaming. I'm just sitting still in my chair. But I with no lighting either. I have the 6:30 p.m. lighting going on. And the winter when there's like no sun in the sky. But I'm just posting to let you know that I'm doing good. Um a lot has happened since my last video, but the summary of it is that I survived another crazy week of my life and crazy week of world events. And I am in the process still of just kind of honestly getting acclimated to this new place I moved into. I moved into a place where the floor wasn't clean. Like, I need to mop the floor. And I just had a ton of stuff to put in here. And and there's an upstairs and a downstairs. It's just all kinds of trouble, and I just don't have the patience. I didn't have the patience to do it all in one day, and I couldn't cook anything because I didn't have my kitchen set up, so I had to go out to eat every single time I wanted a meal, and the closest restaurant is like 30 minutes away, so I had to do that, deal with that. Like, the closest fast food place is like 30 minutes away with food that I can eat. So, I mean, realistically, it's like 15 minutes away. So it's like 30 minutes round trip. So, like, I didn't have like an easy way to just eat food casually. And I didn't have any, like, I didn't have any, what am I trying to say? I didn't have any like groceries either. So, yeah, I know that like maybe the vibe isn't telling you this from my, from the video, from the lighting, from the way I'm framing this. But truth be told, I just had like a friend over all day and we hung out and then they just left, and I don't want to turn the lights off. I'm just comfy in my little chair here. And when I turn the lights on in this room, they're like super bright white LED obnoxious lights. So I kind of just like this vibe, honestly. I could also go in my room, which has orange lighting, but it's like not very well lit. It's kind of the horrible place in terms of how it looks. I like the living room better. So yeah, I'm alive. And is there I like how do I summarize what's going on with my life in a way that would be interesting for another YouTube upload? Like, no one cares. Like, no one cares except my friends what's going on in my life. But screw it. This video is for my friends and for people who care when I'm gonna get around to YouTube.com and when that matters. So, like, I did promise. I did say that I wasn't going to promise any consistent upload schedule because I was moving and that was going to throw a wrench in everything. I'm autistic, okay? Freaking. I'm embarrassed at how much I rely on like, other systems, and I have a hard time taking care of myself. Not because I'm incapable of it, but because I'm incapable of it in modern society. If I lived in a state of nature where I had to go, hunt and kill a mammoth, I'd be the best of the pack. But instead, I live in a society where all the food is prepared for me beforehand, and I just have to sit still and cook it for hours at a time. Or buy something that I can just cook. And of all the food I can get, I have like a billion autoimmune problems, and food is messy, and everything is messy, and gut health is messy, and a lot of things. I'm fixing a lot of things right now. I still have to do a mold test at this place. That's right. I forgot. I have to do a mold test to make sure that this place is like bearable. I forgot all about that, dude. So I am in a situation where basically I just kind of am. I've been dealing with a lot. I've been dealing with personal stuff. I've also been dealing with, frankly, the I just sold out of all of my stock because there could be a recession in like a week. but a lot of people are saying it isn't going to happen until mid-June, or at least a few people have said that. Some people are saying it's going to happen sometime in the middle. Some people think the economy is going to crash like instantly, and some people think it's going to like last for a while and just persist and get bigger and rally, but then like drop instantly later. So I'm trying to do research and keep up to date with politics and learn stuff that I'm not really normally that into. And I've been using ChatGPT to like learn how to do some trading stuff and do some math and figure out some different situations and what's the riskiest and best and worst options. And I decided that selling out of literally all of my stock right now was a good decision. And then just holding for like a day, like the weekend, and trying to figure out what I'm doing with it. I recorded another video the other day. I might just go ahead and upload that. I'm vibing, honestly. It may look like I'm just a depressed, sad sack, but the truth is, I'm vibing. Like, I'm happy because I'm on my feet. I'm moving. I'm alive. And if, for example, things did get really bad, I would just try to get a passport and then try to figure something out. So, I'm scared as fuck, dude. Like, I was like, I was one of those like conservatives who's like casual conservatives who's like against like a kind of a who was kind of a schizo in like 2016, just kind of against corporate everything. And then I pivoted in 2020 when I realized, oh, we're the baddies during the George Floyd protests and stuff. And just seeing all the police brutality really radicalized me, and just absolutely fucking shameful behavior. And seeing the way that Trump responded to it all, and then in 2021 my world changed, and in 2023 I saw Trump's reaction to like the Palestine protests and saying that he would deport people, and now he is. Now Trump tried to use state power to deport someone who did not commit a crime. I'm referring to the person, Mahmoud Khalid or whatever his name was, who ran the. He didn't even run them. There's no fucking proof that he did. He was just like vaguely involved in the organization of them. These protests on Columbia College campus, and man has literally said like anti-Semitism is bad, and like Palestinians and Israelis should like hold hands and get along. Like he's that kind of person, and he like unironically had ICE agents go up to his apartment building and just arrest him and just disappear him, throw him into an unmarked van, and drive him somewhere that nobody knows where he is. And the only reason he even got anything was because his wife was there. His wife tried to, tell them they didn't have the right to do this kind of shit. They had to identify themselves. They had to prove they were actually ICE agents, where they kidnapped her husband. And they just threatened to arrest her too, even though she's a U.S. citizen. So that's cool. And he's not an illegal alien. He's not. He has a green card. He had a student visa, and now he has a green card. And they're literally on TV basically saying, no, he didn't commit a crime. He's just a threat to national security because we don't like his opinion. So free speech is dead. Trump is floating the idea of saying people should be arrested for illegal protests. And in normal Trump fashion, it's like a super vague statement. What does illegal protests mean? Does that mean a protest and then you do something illegal? Like, kill someone in the protest? Or does that mean illegal protest as in, like, vandalizing property? Or do you mean illegal protest as in just a protest that I decide you're not allowed to have because it's bad protest? Because if so, you're just a shithead because you think that the Proud Boys' freedom of speech should be protected, but someone else's shouldn't. Which is just fucking wild. I've always been a free speech absolutist. I think people shouldn't be censored no matter what. I was always one of those conservatives who was like, you shouldn't censor hate speech. It's actually a really bad idea. And now here we are. Conservatives are the ones censoring people now. I never thought I would live in this timeline, but here I am. I was duped. I was fucking duped. I have to admit it. And, but like, no, look, I'm happy. Like, the world is falling apart around me, but I'm in a good spot. I'm at least not in danger. Not all the people I know are in a good spot, and I'm really not happy about that, but I'm having a positive attitude, and I'm really, like, looking forward to the immediate future. I'm not going to let the things keep me down. I'm honestly really excited. Like, I'm having a great time with Severance. I'm really excited for the Severance season 2 finale next week. I think I'm going to make a big video essay about Severance because it's one of the most emotionally relevant pieces of media I've ever consumed. And this video feels like this video, in the way it's shot, feels like it's part of the show Severance. Let's be real here. But I like this lighting a little better. This is nicer. I don't know, it's still kind of weird, but the people who made Severance. What am I trying to say? That Tim Cook Severance video is so cringe. Don't worry about it. What I'm saying. Anyways, the point that I'm making is that I've done a lot of life, and I'm excited for the future, though. I forgot what I was saying like 2 minutes ago, but I'm excited for the future. Despite all the negative things to be... Oh, I was just talking about conservatism, and there's no free speech anymore. So, like, I talked to my dad again. Like, I'm on really weird terms with my parents right now. I recorded videos of me angrily shouting about how unhappy I am about the state of the world to my parents, and I might still post those, just for the sake of being honest. But I'd have to edit them first, because they need to be edited down. Because I do say some personal information in there that I need to, like, not say. And they're just kind of schizo rants, honestly. But they're really heartfelt, and I want to make something out of them. And my dad has told me about some other stuff, some corruption on the Democrat side, and kind of radicalized me against USAID on some scale. Because I realized, like, oh, USAID is, like, where all the corrupt, like, politician charities come from, like, Clinton Foundation and Trump's charities and stuff like that. So, like, maybe it was good to get rid of it, but, like, there's also a billion other reasons why you shouldn't get rid of it and other things, and I still, like, what Trump is doing is illegal. And you might say, yeah, but what Biden did was illegal too, and nobody punished him. And it's like, yeah, true. But my fucking God. He just did criminal shit outside of the presidency entirely. He didn't go against Congress and just do whatever the fuck he wanted and destroy the power of the person. I just hate everyone right now. I hate Democrats. Fuck the Democrats. They just voted to not shut down the government, which was good for my finances, but, like, it probably harms the least people in the short term. It's, there's a lot of... Vosh is really angry about it, but I think he's kind of lost the plot a little bit on that specifically, but in every other way, I agree with Vosh said... Oh, Vosh, why do you listen to that guy? Vosh is like a weirdo. Yeah, look, you know what? Even if every single thing said about Vosh is true, which a lot of them are, it's like, dude, Trump is like Epstein's right-hand man. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to have you fucking moralize at me about how he looks at weird porn when the president of the United States may have actually raped a 14-year-old girl. Okay? I don't want to hear it. So, but yeah, like, Vosh is, like, really upset about, like, the state of things, and he's like, I know that people, like, I'm kind of infamous for being, like, a pessimist and thinking that things are going to go badly, but things have gone worse than I could have imagined. And me hearing that was like, wow, damn. That really is crazy to hear him say. But yeah, everything is falling apart rapidly. I'm very scared of the direction that things are going in, but I'm going to stay positive, and I'm excited. And I bet we're going to get through this together. And like, we're going to just, honestly, like, honest to God, we got to start changing things, and we can, and I can, because I have the money and time to at least try to do something crazy. I want to make a social difference in the world. I want to make a movement where people focus on um, self reliance and independence from the system before anything else. And I also want to focus on truth above all. Absolute cutting through the bullshit, no lies, no bullshit. I'm getting to the bottom of every single thing and being neutral to the best of my ability. Because over the course of my life, I have actually kind of gotten passionate about journalism. And I mean real journalism, not the dipshit stuff that exists in most places today. That is called journalism. Like, the most important skill of all time, games journalism, for example. But no, like, dude, Asmongold too. Fuck, dude, Asmongold. Oh, I liked him for a while. I was like, yeah, Gamergate too. Fuck him. These people are like, they're like ruining the left movement. They're like, they're like, instead of actually being like making genuine art that like will push society leftward, they're like, and that will like appeal to the majority of people and like will do what people want. They're and like moving society forward. They're like, no, we're gonna force stuff, and it's bad, and it's gonna be super disingenuous. And the companies that are suggesting that these kind of things be done are really sus companies with weird and bad people in it. And that was called Gamergate 2 by someone else. It wasn't even called the big fucking Asmongold, and the label was dropped instantly because nobody gave a shit. Like, really? You want to do this? You want to do this right now? Okay. And so I started watching Asmongold around that time. I was like, oh, he seems kind of base. He doesn't take bullshit from nobody. But he always kind of rubbed me the wrong way because he's a bit of a troll, and I don't like trolls at all. I never liked trolls on either side. But he, I get it. I understand why people do it. It just doesn't make it any moral. It's kind of like understanding why people, have bloodlust doesn't mean it's a fucking good thing. But yeah, trolling is just so goddamn stupid and bad. And, like, the opposite of what we should be doing, but whatever. So, like, he's always tried to, like, make people mad, bait people, rage bait people and stuff. But I always thought, like, he's just doing it a little bit. But he leaned into it more and more as time went on. And as it got closer to, like president election, dude, he dropped the veneer of even being unbiased, and just was like, I'm a Trump supporter. And I still supported him because, like, whatever, he can be a Trump supporter, he can be a dipshit. But then he made a video where he said, the next 4 years are going to be great content. And that just really fucking grossed me out when he said that. But I stayed subscribed because I wanted to know what he was up to. And then he made a video where he literally just... Like, my first, amount of being disgusted by him was saying fuck around and find out about the protesters at Columbia University. But a lot of them were, vandalizing, and he's always been, a hard line, you can't break any laws conservative. You have to be civil conservative, so... But then he's also fair when, people are in the wrong and they're being brutal, and, But then he's not fair all the time. He's, selectively fair. And as time has gone on, he's gotten more and more cruel. And... recently, he's just been fucking disgusting. He's just been really gross. He's just been, blatantly just shaming people for having emotions and calling it all gaslighting. Dude, there was a lot of gaslighting with the trans movement, okay? There was. But that doesn't give you the right to just say, oh, all these people who may get deported or killed, I don't give a fuck about these people. For the real problems that they actually face. Because they made me upset on the internet a while ago. I'm sorry that you dealt with exceptionally shitty people. That doesn't reflect negatively on the entire society. It's really fucking gross how there's a cult of personality around him, and he's literally just half of his videos are just oh, I'm rage baiting you. I'm trying to make you mad. I'm trying to make you upset. I thrive off of your misery. And I haven't watched a single one of his videos in like 3 months because I've just seen his thumbnails pop up every once in a while. And I'm like, please leave me the fuck alone. I don't click do not recommend channel because I still want to see, just in case it's something I really need to see. But like nothing has been that so far. I've peaked. I think I did peak at one of his videos like 3 weeks ago, for like 30 seconds, and I was like, fuck you, and I closed the video. I haven't watched any more since. But that really, I took a stand on his Discord server. It was really immature. It was like, I went on there and I was like, fuck you guys, you're all immoral, I fucking hate you, and I'm recording this and I'm going to post it, and then I never did because I lost the recording and I don't give a shit anyway, and I just decided, these people are, I'm just going to make my life worse if I engage with these people. Like, this whole thing, dude, is just so fucked. American politics was already fucked. I'm not one of those brainwashed Democrats who's like, ooh, we were like a squeaky clean and then Trump, Orange Hitler went in and ruined everything. Like, no, we were already fucked. And Orange Hitler just like made it obvious. And Hillary Clinton should have won in 2016. No, sorry. Fucking Bernie Sanders should have won in 2016. Hillary Clinton should have lost the primary is what I meant to say. Bernie Sanders should have won the primary over Hillary Clinton and then won the election. He's Donald Trump. And even if he didn't win the election against Donald Trump, he would have won 2020 or 2024. Or both. But he didn't. He didn't win either. And now we're all gonna fucking die. No, we're not. Sorry. We're just gonna go through another Great Depression, probably. Or, best case scenario, prosper at the cost of a lot of people who are going to fucking die so that I can have more money in my fucking bank account. The state of this shit is inexcusable. It is absolutely inexcusable. Oh yeah, a comment wanted to address this the other day. Someone thought that about Luigi Mangione. I tried to post a comment, but like it just wouldn't fucking post. I don't even remember what the whole. Basically, they were like, I don't want to watch your channel if you condone violence against people, and it's like, dude, I don't condone violence against people. If I could have my way, no one would die. In fact, I'm one of the most like obnoxiously anti-violence people to the point where all my friends are like, dude, you should kill them because you should be in favor of them dying because they don't tell me I should kill them. I mean, I should like be okay with them getting killed by others because like I'm one of the people who's like, man, I wonder if Brian Thompson could have grown up to be a good person, but he just was born into like a shitty situation or like a garbage system and just brought the worst out of him. I'm that kind of person. I'm like that level of positive. Although it's really hard for me to feel sorry for him specifically. But like, even people who are as evil as like Trump, there's a part of my brain that's like, man, I wonder what's going on inside his head. I like care about people on like a personal level. And I want to know what's going on with them. I want to know if they're actually shit fucked or if they're like traumatized or something, But the idea, like, dude, the fact that you think that me, like vaguely supporting Luigi Mangione is me supporting violence against people I disagree with is like, dude, I don't support violence against people. I'm not one of those fucking people who's like, oh, Black Lives Matter should enter your home and fucking murder you. No, I'm saying that, like, Brian Thompson was going to cause more deaths. Killing him prevented more death. I'm not gonna have some fucking guy moralize at me about how killing is wrong, so we shouldn't kill the guy who's killing millions of people. Killing Hitler is wrong type morality. Like, I don't care. Okay, fuck off. I don't care. Brian Thompson has unironically killed more people than Adolf Hitler killed of the Jews in the Holocaust. I want you to internalize that. More people have died directly as a result of Brian Thompson's actions and the things that he fucking writes into law than the amount of people that fucking Hitler was responsible for the deaths of in the internment camps. I don't know about the whole war. I'm not educated enough to know what that number is, but seriously, dude. like, the idea that Brian Thompson is this, like, innocent person and Luigi Mangione is a murderer is the most fucking ridiculous bullshit I've ever heard in my life. And I'm tired of pretending like it's not. And yes, I'm aware that I sound like the Joker right now. Dude, there's this one, like, schizo person who wrote on a YouTube comment, like, if you watch the Batman movie, it predicted all of this. This is all predictive programming. And it's like, dude, I'm going to be real with you. Maybe you're right. Like, maybe society is all controlled by the fucking Illuminati. I don't know. But, like, what good is it going to do us to, like, question that to the point where it drives us insane? If it doesn't drive you insane, go ahead. But there's so much, like, saying schizo stuff is like a thought-terminating cliche. Most people just stop listening to you. They're like, oh, so he's crazy. He's crazy. I'm going to stop listening to him now. Which is why I try not to talk about stuff like that, even though I do float around that corner of the internet quite a bit. Because people just assume that you're, like, incapable of critical thinking and that you just believe whatever is the scariest thing you see. Because there are a lot of people like that. But, like, I would not be surprised at all if there was not a group of people with a lot of money and a lot of influence and, like, a shadow amount of, and, like shadow power in the government, like an immense amount of it. And they're like, we're going to make a movie. And we're going to, like, write into the plot things that we want to happen in the future. And then we're going to try to spend as much money as possible to make sure that happens. Sure, I believe that. But they always frame it in terms of, like, biblical end time significance of, like, oh, the Bible and Revelation says this. And that obviously is and it's like, dude, if anything, these people realize that referencing the Bible like that is going to freak out schizo people like you and give them more power. And you don't give them the power, you just say, fuck you, I'm gonna disobey you anyway, and then you do. Okay? The idea that someone can just be just deported because they protest something that you don't like, Donald Trump, is fucking absurd. That's called anti-free speech. That's just what that is. And I'm crashing out, dude. Like, I'm just surviving every day, eating my food, talking to my fucking Discord e-boyfriend, and fucking, like, talking to my friends some other time, and, like, just watching Balatro videos and Severance reactions for the rest of the time. Okay? I'm crashing the fuck out. I refuse. I made a comment, though, on a video that got a lot of thumbs up that was like, I'd never heard the phrase crash out ever. And then one person made a video about it, and then suddenly everyone says it. But fuck it, I'm part of the problem now. Everyone's saying it now. But I'm crashing out, dude. I just don't care. It's hard to care anymore. It's like, oh, the president doesn't fucking care about the law. The past 7 presidents haven't cared about the law, but this one really doesn't. And, like, brazenly on national television. And then he's like, oh, but I'm saving the nation. It's okay. I'm definitely going to save everyone. I'm going to say, it's good. I'm saving everyone. Just take my word for it, please. And, like, I don't even know if I want to fucking move to... Dude, I wanted to move to Canada and fucking move to Dreg's Art House. And now I don't even know if moving to Canada is a viable option. Because if Trump just fucking annexes Canada, it would have been a massive waste of money and time and resources. Then again, I suppose if he does annex Canada, that means that I'll be able to sell stocks over there without having to get a new account, which would be convenient for me and inconvenient for every trans person who's ever lived. So, like, I'll make a video proper about these topics. I'll sit down and edit and talk about trans stuff and violence and political whatnot. And it's like, dude, look. I don't believe in I don't believe in, like, Batman, like Dark Knight Rises style political violence where you fucking storm the Capitol and you just start, like, destroying every room and tearing into every person's home and just killing all the fucking senators. Okay, I don't think that that's exactly moral. I don't. What I'm, like, I will be honest. I think that, like, in the grand scheme of things, there are definitely people who, if they fucking died, the world would be a better place. But I also acknowledge the fundamental, like, social contract of society that, like, the moment one group of people decides we're just going to start killing people we don't like is the moment that you invite the other side to do the same and just kill people that they don't like and that they think are bad. So, it's like you agree that, like, as to have a functioning society, we don't do that shit. But in my opinion, when you kill millions of fucking people every year, you kind of forfeit the right to be a part of that equation. I don't give a shit that Brian Thompson isn't going to be able to go rip off more fucking money from people and now and kill 10 million more people so he can go buy another fucking lake house. I'm sorry. But I am sad. I am sad that another human being is dead. I'm sad that a person with a potential for life and all of the wonder and beauty that there is a potential for there is gone forever because he's fucking dead. That's sad. You know what else is sad? All the millions of people he's done that to. Are you willing to make a sacrifice for the greater good? If it's a fucking tiny one that will help a large number of people, probably. But maybe not. Like, maybe there's a moral argument to be had there that, like, that's actually the problem and that's what leads to suffering being a cycle in the first place. And you gotta stop doing that shit. You gotta be a real hero and actually try to genuinely advocate for peace. But if someone is standing in the way of peace because they are fucking hurting people, at some point, you gotta draw a line. Now, I wouldn't have drawn the line with fucking Brian Thompson. I would draw the line, I mean, frankly, hypothetically in Minecraft, and this is a satirical dark joke, and I don't mean this, and this is a joke, and I would never, ever actually unironically say this, is that, a president who would deport people just for, protesting Israel. I mean, let's be real. If Trump somehow died, that would actually just be bad for the world because then J.D. Vance would become president. But, and it's like, I can hear it now. What? You'd be upset if something happened to Biden? No, I wouldn't. If I'm I'm barely sad when people in my family die. Like, there's no use in being sad about someone who's gone, okay? There is a lot of use in being sad about potential being lost. And it's like, dude, I'm so fucking sad. I'm so sad about all the lost potential in this universe. And if some death could prevent that, then it might be worth it. But I'm not going to make that decision, and I'm going to be a pacifist because I'm not comfortable making that decision. And I'm of the opinion that a lot of people who are comfortable making that decision probably shouldn't. If I had... if I had a gun in my hand and the choice to kill Hitler before he killed 6 million people, I probably would. But if after I did that, another person rose to power and killed 6 million people anyway, then I would feel really guilty. So maybe I shouldn't do that, The trolley problem type shit. But yeah, it's like, but the trolley problem isn't even a great example because maybe violence is just inherently bad and it just puts a bad energy into the air. You know what I mean? So, no, I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in political violence to get your way. And one of the biggest reasons I don't is because I do, but in practice, it's never going to reach the people who actually deserve it. It's going to reach some people who don't deserve it. It's going to affect a lot of people who don't deserve it. And death is always bad. So why not, be morally superior to your enemies, not sink to their level? Value and cherish life, even when it's people you don't like. Because, honestly, I would love to have a world where everyone, even the people who have done evil shit, get to escape their demons and live a happy life. And some people might think I'm garbage for that. Some people might think I'm a bad person. But in my opinion, if even if the worst people alive had the opportunity to never harm another person again and live the rest of their life happy, I would want that to happen. I would want people to make the most of life. And maybe that's wrong. Maybe people should suffer or something on some cosmic level, but like, I'm a big optimist. And I'm never going to harm a fly, okay? I'm a big believer in the morality of death sometimes and sacrifices and blah blah blah. But like also, like earlier today there was a bug in my house that was struggling to fly, and killing it probably would have been a mercy now that I'm thinking about it, but I let it outside on a paper towel because it hurt to see it struggling to get to the window. I just wanted to let it out into sunlight and fresh air so it could at least die in a place that was comfortable. But several times I've had a bug in my house and I've carried it outside without killing it. Because even if it's like a 10-minute long affair and it's very inconvenient, I still try to do that. Because nothing beats that happy feeling of watching the bug leap out into the great unknown and be happy instead of its life ending. It's so nice. I had an ex-boyfriend who was a pacifist. And I really liked him. I really respected his worldview in many ways. Not in all ways, I will admit, but in many ways. And one of those was that he, out of principle, refused to harm any other living beings. And I was like, how far does that go? If something was eating you alive, would you kill it? And he was like, no. And I'm like, damn. He really is a pacifist. He's a true pacifist. He's an Undertale pacifist. And I was like, what if killing would reduce the harm to other beings? And he's like, well, maybe you could argue that I'm selfish because I think then I would just do the killing but then kill myself because I wouldn't be able to live with myself. And it's like, wow, damn. So that really rubbed off on me. And in my early childhood, I didn't like killing bugs. It made me really uncomfortable. One of my earliest sad memories is of me almost killing or me wanting to trying to save an ant and then failing and then it dying, and like one of my parents killing it by accident and then me crying for like an hour about it. So I'm a very sensitive guy. I really am. I don't think people really know me very well if they say something on the internet like that I support violence against people that I disagree with, because I really don't support violence. If I could have things my way, everyone would have the opportunity to live a wonderful, blessed life. I don't think I believe in superiority or in like conquering. I think on some deep primal level, I am a shitty person who would, if I like did what I wanted without any care in the world, like I would be kind of like an aggressive, conquering type of person. Just do what I want, fuck whoever gets hurt in the process. But like, I think part of the reason I felt that way is because I personally thought if someone hurt me, I wouldn't care that much. But that's psychotic. And I absolutely do care. And that's what living a privileged lifestyle would do to you. And when I've experienced people actually getting hurt in my life and around me, it makes me realize that, oh my God, I never want to hurt another living soul. If I can help it, I forever want to avoid hurting someone. And I want to apologize to all the people that I have hurt in my life, because life is short and you do not want to be hurting each other. It's absolutely not what you want. And you don't want to be cutting it even shorter by killing each other. And we should want to help each other if possible. I am not a believer in violence. But if other people are being violent and the only option is let them fucking kill you or be violent back to them, I'm not as extreme as my ex-boyfriend. I do believe that people have a right to defend themselves and their dignity. But sometimes people take that really fucking far, like Israel, haha. So, yeah. Oh my God, they terrorist attacked us. Isn't that terrible? Now feel sorry for us, commit an ethnic cleansing on the entire population. That's great, right? That's not our goal. We don't want to commit an ethnic cleansing, even though internal documents say that is exactly what we want to do, but we just can't admit it out loud. Yeah. The world is fucked right now, man. I'm upset about the state of things, but I'm gonna be positive. I'm just gonna get my life together, and I'm gonna fucking do stuff. And I hope you enjoy this channel. I hope you enjoyed this different vibe for a video. I didn't want to show you my house, but it is a very strange house. But I don't really care. You'd probably very easily be able to find out where I live, but I honestly don't care that much. It's whatever. If I find myself ever actually becoming in real danger of it in the future, I'll figure something out, whether that be moving or just being more careful, whatever. Something I would recommend to every single one of my viewers, no matter who you are or what your political beliefs are, is I would recommend that you learn how to use a gun to defend yourself. Because things might be about to get, like, fucking serious. And I'm scared as hell. Like, unironically. I have to believe that, like, these people in power, they're too... Like, they have too much to lose from actually just, like, fascisming and, like, taking over the world and, like, just, like, fucking killing people that they don't like. And just, like, having a military presence. But, because if they totally collapsed society, then they wouldn't have money to make. Right? They're not people who want to watch the world burn. They're people who want to make a profit. So they want to watch the world burn in a different way. But, I forgot what I was saying. I lost my train of thought in the middle of my sentence. Because I got too emotional about it. And I have autism and ADHD. But yeah, this is the brooding, cool aesthetic that I do. But, like, honestly, I'm happy. I'm fine. Because even through my fear and my despair, I'm strong and I'm calm and I'm confident. I have financial security, which is something that not all my friends or ex-friends are blessed with. And I wish them luck in their life. Genuinely, truly. And I try to help people as much as I can, but, you know, there's only so much that I can do, and God, the world just sucks right now. But, like, there's also a lot of things that are better than ever. Opportunity is high. Be greedy when others are fearful, is what the stock market people say. But honestly, be greedy and giving when others are fearful. Be willing to take and give a lot when everyone else is fearful and keeps to themselves. And that's risky, but you might just find yourself finding the meaning of life in the middle of all this. Okay, whatever. This is like an hour-long recording. It's 43 minutes now. I hope you enjoyed this somewhat, but me just kind of being a pessimist and rambling about the state of things. But I want to be an optimist, honestly. Not because I think things will get better immediately, but because I think that you have the power to make things better, in your life at least. And I want to make a world, a society, where people are happy with their lives, with each other, with their purpose. And I intend to make that reality the best I can. And I'm not going to stomp over anyone in my way. See, the difference between me and most people with my, like, brain rot disease of, like, authoritarianism and, like, wanting to do things your way and, like, being super OCD is that they usually believe in holding control and power over other people. But I simply believe in exposing the truth to an extent where people will want to disobey and be able to in a way that will be unarguable. Like, it's pretty easy for a conservative to say, you're not allowed to protest about that. But it'd be harder for a conservative to say, you're not allowed to grow your own food. Says fucking who? Buster. Fuck you. Oh, I will absolutely grow my own food. Thank you very fucking much. So yeah, I am going to start a new frontier of politics that can't really be partisaned without being very artificial about it. I mean, you could think of like a divisive political way to separate, like, oh, like making people self-sufficient makes the stock market weaker, which in turn means that it makes China more powerful, and China's more genocidal and less progressive. And it's like, yeah, I guess that's an argument. Just lean into capitalism for the sake of progressivism. I think that's the deeply sick thing about America, is this ideology that we have to uphold progressivism through any means necessary, when actually progressivism would come about anyway. So we are trying to artificially bring about progressivism while doing so using capitalism, and it is clashing, and it is not working. We have to ditch the capitalism if we truly want progressivism, but we aren't willing to do that because we're greedy fucks. So we just end up floundering around for decades and doing fucking nothing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will talk to you later. Goodbye. Go watch some Balatro. If you don't know what Balatro is, go watch Balatro. Go play Balatro. It's a fun game. But if you have a tendency to get distracted easily and just play a fucking video game instead of doing your work, then don't. Unironically, don't. But chess is pretty cool. I've been playing a lot of chess too. Watch a lot of chess videos. That's a lot of fun. Okay, I'm recording for too long. I just want to relax. Bye.